Hi there guys, here I am for another video. In this video we're going to be talking to you about and I'm only going to be speaking about the US releases of these films. I forgot to mention that in the previous video, because if I talked about the the other releases, then I'll be like, oh my god, it'd be a little bit too much to take. But anyways, we're going to be talking to you about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series on Blu-ray. Okay. Sorry, it's just taking a little bit. Okay. The first one to get released was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Ultimate Edition Blu-ray, which I have seen the transfer, and I believe that's an overrated transfer. It doesn't look good. Maybe the critics of that particular release of the film, understand something that I clearly don't, because I think that's possible to make anything with that technology, even in 2008, September 30th, 2008, when that release came out. I do believe that back then they could have had the technology to make a far superior release than the one that was given to that particular film. But ultimately, it still is a pretty good release. It has some good supplements. It's just mainly a thing. It's just there for supplements, and it was not a bad release. And apparently there was going to be back like in October 1st of 2012. There was supposed to be a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 40th anniversary edition, but unfortunately I believe that got canceled, or somebody made it up, and that sucks. But what you got to do. And then you have the Texas Chainsaw. I'm just gonna do this in not chronological order, of the films, of them being released theatrically, not the Blu-ray releases themselves. Anyways, then you had Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 Blu-ray, which, in my opinion, had a pretty solid video transfer, and it was a pretty solid release. I gotta admit that it was a pretty solid release, and I'm a big fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I think that's a great deal of fun, and it was just a really enjoyable film. And the release of that film was well done, and yeah. Then you have, getting out the information, then you have Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 film, which that Blu-ray transfer was actually pretty good. It was well done. It looks good, and it was really a superb transfer. It looked nice, and there's some good, decent supplements on it, and yeah, and it was a good Blu-ray release, and I kind of liked the film. I kind of liked it. Then I'm just going to be speaking about the U.S. releases, so yeah, I'm not going to be. Then in October 15th of 2013, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning is going to get a second Blu-ray release, and this is of the rated version of that film. And I don't know much about that transfer. So honestly, I can't really say, but it ought to be a pretty decent Blu-ray release. Then you have, it's from Warner Brothers, so it should look good. Then you have Texas Chainsaw 3D, which I yet to own. Eventually I will get this release. At some point I will get this release, and ultimately I've seen the film. This currently is the worst Texas Chainsaw Massacre film I ever seen, and ultimately it's just a lackluster affair. And I can't really speak about the Blu-ray release of the film, because I honestly can't really think of anything. I can't have seen the Blu-ray. All I have of seeing that film was the Redbox DVD version. But okay, see you later. And the next video is going to be the Halloween franchise. Bye.